So welcome everyone. It's nice to see familiar names pop up again today. This is our third week of Community Calm, and we've tripled our numbers of participation. So the word is getting out, and thank you for sharing the information to your friends. And I think we all are just seeking ways to access that calm that resides inside of us. So I'll introduce myself again for those of you that are just popping on or might be new. My name is Marsha Nieland, and I'm honored that my husband and Chris asked me to share my passions and gifts and talents with you all. And I'm the owner of Fusion Studio here, and we've had the privilege of serving this community for 20 years. So I'm happy to provide a sense of calm for us now in this time. So my theme today for this meditation is be the calm in the storm. Be the calm in the storm. And if you're feeling extra anxiety these days due to the COVID-19, you're not alone for sure. This pandemic has us all facing more stress and uncertainty than usual. And it also has many of us asking, how do we keep it together? How do we keep from spiraling into this vortex of fear? So as we try to navigate our anxiety and worry, there's one quote that I've been trying to keep in the forefront of my mind, and it's by the Vietnamese Zen master, Thich Nhat Hanh. He says, when the crowded Vietnamese refugee boats met with storms or pirates, if everyone panicked in the boat, all would be lost. But if even one person on the boat remained calm and centered, it was enough. It showed the way for everyone to survive. So one person can save the lives of many. And I always say that calm is contagious. Just like fear is contagious, calm is contagious as well. There's actually something, I recently completed a program with Deepak Chopra in California, and he talked a lot about the law of entrainment. And so it's a law of nature. It's actually a law of physics. And just like there's the law of gravity, this is called the law of entrainment. And maybe you're familiar with it. And they did a very interesting study at the Chopra Center where they brought about 4 or 5 people into a room. And these people didn't know one another, nor did they see each other. And I picture that they were facing opposite directions in the room, and they had electrodes hooked to their brains so that they could monitor them. And what they found was right away they could tell of those people whose brain had the calmest brainwave activity. And after about 15 to 20 minutes, what they saw happening was the other brains started to sync up with the calmest brain in the room. So the higher vibration of brainwave activity, the lower vibrations synced up with that. And you see this happen. There was a scientist a long time ago, Christian Huygens, I think is how you pronounce his name. But he, years ago, discovered this with pendulum clocks. If there were a bunch of clocks in a room, all different shapes and sizes, and all swinging at different times, and there was perhaps a big, large grandfather clock in the room, eventually they would all sync up with the largest energy in the room. So when I speak to corporations and do coaching, I often tell people calm is a superpower, and the calmest person in the room always has the most power. And we all have this within us. We can access it, and that's what we're going to do today. So through this meditation, as we've talked the last 2 weeks, has many positive effects for our health and well-being. But now we can think about it as not only does it help ourselves, but by meditating, by taking this time out, we can positively affect the lives of others, of our children, of our loved ones, of our coworkers. We can make a difference. We can be that one person in the boat that helps everyone else feel calm. So as I mentioned before, calm can be contagious and can be just as contagious as fear, but a whole lot more beneficial for our health and well-being. So we'll begin our meditation here in just a moment. And I want to share one more piece of information. Towards the end of our meditation, I will be teaching you a really powerful breath technique. It's called downshifting. And so if you think about just the word downshifting, many of us are like a car. We're running at fifth gear all day long, going, 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 and our nervous systems are revved up. It's like the pedal is to the metal. And when we finally hit the pillow at night, we sometimes can't even unwind. And so this meditation and this breath work will help us learn to downshift. During that breath technique, which will happen at the end of this meditation, there'll be 4 areas of your body I'll ask you to connect with: your head, your chest or the heart region, your abdomen, your low belly, and your pelvis. So I'm putting this out, a little roadmap ahead of time so you're aware. And we'll basically be moving energy, because we are a mass of energy. We'll be moving energy that oftentimes when we have anxiety and fear, energy starts to rise up in our bodies. And if you look at the bone structure of our bodies, the bones up here in our face and in our collarbone, even up here, are very fragile and delicate compared to the bones down in our pelvis that are like this big dense cauldron of the pelvis. So our bodies are meant to hold energy down below, not so much here. When we feel anxious, it starts to bubble up and we get all, fearful and our mind races. And so this very simplistic technique called downshifting helps us to learn to self-regulate. We'll learn to escort, to encourage, to guide our breath and energy down to more of the base of our body. And that in itself is calming. Our physiology becomes very calm. So that will be towards the end of the meditation. So if you're ready, I'm ready. We're going to go ahead and take a nice seat wherever you're at. Make sure you're comfortable. And if you can, make sure your feet are grounded on the floor. So I'll give you a moment just to find a comfortable seat. And we'll dive into our meditation and access our calm. Be the calm in the storm. So if you're comfortable, go ahead and close your eyes. And if that's not comfortable, I just invite you to look downward with a soft gaze. And then just take this moment to lean into your inner environment. How are you feeling today? Be okay with whatever is present. Meditation teaches us to learn to be with what is and not try to change it or control it or run away from it, but to respond with curiosity and compassion and a tender awareness. How are you feeling today? Are you feeling relaxed? Are you tired? Are you energized? And for the next just 30 seconds, welcome stillness into your body as you touch base with yourself. Really listen. How am I doing? And notice in the stillness if your mind is busy, if it's racing, if it's distracted, and know that that is okay. We talked the last couple weeks that thoughts are part of meditation. And actually, thoughts are one way that we release stress. So if you're thinking, that's totally normal. Begin to notice what thoughts are moving through your mind. Or maybe you're attached to one specific thought. Our body releases stress through 3 ways: through thoughts, through sensations, and through emotions. And that's why we welcome all of them during meditation. It's just the natural way of our body to start to downshift. See if you can relax the muscles of your face, maybe across your forehead, down through your cheeks. Relax your neck and your shoulders and your arms. And feel your hands just relaxed on your lap. Let your abdomen, your low belly, be very relaxed. So the breath is moving freely in and out. And then feel your seat, your pelvis. Let it be heavy, releasing into the surface beneath you with a sense of trust. Relax your legs. And then feel your feet and the connection between your feet and the surface beneath them. Feeling a sense of stability and security. And if there's tension showing up in your physical body, just notice any holding, any feelings of constriction. Oftentimes we might feel that in our abdomen or our chest, but just check in and see if there's a possibility that it can begin to soften. Now, with openness and patience and curiosity, bring your awareness to the breath and just feel your breath as it is in this moment. Feel it, receive it, and recognize this breath as the life force inside of you. And now, as if to say to your breath, I see you, I feel you, I appreciate you. Receive a deeper breath. Just really fill your lungs up. Release it slowly. Let's do that again at your own time. Big, generous breath in. You might even open your mouth just slightly as you sigh or exhale it out. A couple more breaths just like that. Nice full inhalation, long, slow exhalation, like there's a slow leak in a balloon. This conscious breathing begins to lower our stress hormones, begins to soothe our nervous system. And it helps us just release accumulated stress and fear, anxiety, frustrations. Each exhale, a letting go. I'll be quiet for just a few more moments. I invite you to stay connected to your breath. There's a lot of inner changes happening as you sit and breathe slowly and deeply. You're beginning this facilitation of downshifting right now. And now you may find once again that the mind is distracted. Remember, that's normal. And I'm going to give you 2 words to anchor you for a minute. As you inhale, silently repeat the word peace. And as you exhale, silently say the word calm. Inhaling peace, exhaling calm. Let these 2 words help you focus and stay anchored with the breath. Inhaling peace, exhaling calm. I'll watch the clock here for a minute and see if you can just strengthen the mind, the muscle of the mind, and soothe the nervous system even more deeply with your focus. Inhaling peace, exhaling calm. If you lose focus, just sweetly, compassionately notice and come back to your breath and the words of peace and calm for another 30 seconds. Now feel free to release the focus on the words, and we'll dive a little bit deeper now into this place of calm with the downshifting breath. We'll focus first on the inhalation, moving into the head region. So just imagine as you breathe in, the breath is filling up the head like a balloon. And as you exhale, see and feel the breath empty down into the chest. Again, when you're ready, inhale, just use your mind's awareness to breathe into the head, and exhale, let it empty down into the chest. We're working with our attention and breath. Inhale again to the head. Exhale, let it empty down into the chest or the heart region. And one more like that. Inhale into the head. Exhale, releasing down into the chest. And now we'll switch the focus to help us continue to downshift this energy. Inhale your focus into the chest now. You might even put your hand on your heart center. And as you exhale, let it cascade down into your belly. You might even put your hand on over your navel region. Again, inhale awareness, breath filling into the chest. Exhale, like a waterfall, the breath moves down and empties into the belly. Inhale into the chest. Exhale down to the belly. One more time. Inhale awareness into the chest. And exhale, let it descend and fall down into the belly. And pause for a moment here with your awareness in the abdomen. Just feel the breath there in and out. And now the last part of this breath to really ground us and calm us is we'll begin to escort the breath now from the belly region down to the base of the pelvis, to where you're sitting. So as you're ready, Inhale awareness into the abdomen. And exhale, just see and feel it moving down to the pelvis, to the base of your tailbone. And inhale awareness to the belly. Exhale, it's moving down, filling up the cauldron of the pelvis and way down to where you're sitting. Like an anchor you drop. Again, inhale, belly awareness. Exhale, it slowly moves down, anchoring your physiology, anchoring your mind. And one last time, inhale, awareness to the belly. And exhale down to the base of you. And then just pause, let your breath be natural and free, but feel, notice how you feel. Notice where your awareness may have shifted to. And now if you feel the mind still racing or an energy moving upward, you have the know-how, you have the information to guide it back down. Slowly and very steady awareness of moving the breath downward. Let your mind go into free range mode here for just a few minutes. But really notice how you feel. Maybe your legs feel heavier. Maybe your pelvis feels heavier. We all have the ability to access this calm that resides in us. If you think about an ocean and you look at the ocean, you'll see waves, sometimes very turbulent waves on the surface of the ocean. But we can learn through these practices to dive beneath the waves, and you can go down just like in the ocean, 10, 20, 30, 40 feet down. It's very calm. Even if there's a hurricane happening, there's calm beneath that. We can learn to be the calm in the storm. We can benefit ourselves and those around us that we care about. And all of humanity as we interact with everyone. I leave you with this beautiful reading by Donna Faulds. It only takes a reminder to breathe, a moment to be still, and just like that, something in me settles, softens, makes space for imperfection. The harsh voice of judgment drops to a whisper, and I remember again that life isn't a relay race, that we will all cross the finish line, that waking up to life is what we're born for. As many times as I forget and catch myself charging forward without even knowing where I'm going, that many times I can make the choice to stop, to breathe and be, and walk slowly into the mystery of my life. As we begin to transition now out of a meditation, of course, you're at home or at work, perhaps you can stay longer if this feels really calming to you. If you are choosing to come out, just very slowly open the eyes with a downward soft gaze. I'm trying to keep that very calm essence and feeling in our nervous system. Now I just invite you to go out and let your calm be contagious to those people around you, to our community, and let it ripple out from there. Thank you for joining me and Ross and Chris this morning. And hopefully we'll see you again, or you'll see us again next Monday at 9. Feel free to share this information with your friends and family, and let's spread the calm. Blessings to you all.